What's good, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for viewing. This is Anton Campbell. I think from the way my videos are, you may be more used to my face than my voice. So, yes, this is me. Okay, today's review is Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald. First of all, I'd just like to say, in my movie reviews, alright, let me say from this angle. When I go online and read reviews sometimes sometimes I feel like they can be very critical. Like reviewers, they review multi-million pound, multi-million dollar, $100 million films, and these things take months to do, tons of different types of creativity, from like graphic design to the filming, set design, costume design. And I feel like even though these movies may not have things we like in them, whether it's the plot, acting, I think we shouldn't be overcritical. Like, if someone has like a 30 character review or 150 character review, you shouldn't be all negative. Like, for something that's been so amazing, like, you should at least be mostly positive. But anyway, let's get on to this. So, me personally, I've seen all the Harry Potter films and the previous Fantastic Beasts film. I've never read any of the books, so I won't be talking about how accurate they are to the books. I'll just be talking about them as pieces of cinema. But anyway, one of the first things I really noticed about this film were the difference in shots, I would say, compared to Harry Potter. As in Harry Potter, you were still getting used to the story, and the story was still developing with the overall story was still developing with every installment. I think a lot of time was spent on close-ups and like keeping you connected with the characters or certain settings. So, for example, the scenes in Dumbledore's rooms are always very fixed, and there weren't a lot of landscape shots, I would say. Mostly like close-up action and stuff happening in small areas, whether it's in a cafe or something. The difference for me is in Crimes of Grindelwald, there were a lot more landscape shots. I think scenery was shown a lot more. That's something I really liked. I liked how the film was focused on a new story. The whole Harry Potter saga closed, and this is like the second installment of Fantastic Beasts. So it was good to have something fresh from Harry Potter universe and still done very well. Keeps you very connected, gives the authenticity of the previous installments. Let's see, magic. I liked how magic was shown very globally. So without any spoilers, I say that this film, it shows different locations across the world. I think that's something that's very good, how it's expressing different cultures or using different ways. A contrast, for example, the countryside in Sussex compared to the city in Paris or whatever. Yeah, I like that a lot. Also, seeing as this magic looks so good on how they do the magic and special effects in the Harry Potter films and Fantastic Beasts. Let's just call it the Harry Potter franchise, please. I'm not waste my breath. I think that there's a lot of anime out there with a lot of magic potential, magic storylines, and maybe an adaptation would go down well. It's a little note for my anime fans. Next thing, it was good seeing Mr. Is this a review? I hope it's not a big review. Nicholas Flamel. He's been mentioned a lot in the Harry Potter previous installments, very slightly, never real great detail given on him. But we got a good dose of him in this film. It's good to see him, someone that's so connected in the history. Very interesting character. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. The history. Carrying on from Nicholas Flamel. It was good seeing all the history. linked through Harry Potter, so you can see the continuity from the prequels, how it connects down to the films we now have, being the previous Harry Potters. For people interested in Harry Potter story, for me who hasn't read the books, it's good seeing lots of stuff, hearing familiar names that have been mentioned before, certain Death Eaters, the Nameless Stranger, and things like that. So I think that was a very, very good part of the film. Now, Mr. Johnny Depp, legendary actor. Let's see. I enjoyed oh, by the way, my mom's watching me do this review right now. So if I pause or you hear me have a conversation, then it's with my mom. Big up my mommy. So I enjoyed the film a lot. Johnny Depp, he's a very good actor for me, because he's so how can you say, diminutive, I think the word is. Sometimes I feel like he might end up being the same way in all of his films. Well, I would say that didn't happen in this film. It doesn't happen in any of his films anyway, but it's just something you're conscious of. I enjoyed how he played Grindelwald. I guess he had the quirkiness that they were looking for by choosing Johnny Depp. His acting was very good. I enjoyed his weirdness and his more fearsome parts, his more thrilling and action parts. I think he done pretty well. Yeah. Big up Johnny Depp on that one. What else do we have? Yes, Grindelwald's magic power level was very interesting to see. I think the biggest spell I ever remember seeing Dumbledore do, or the biggest fight he has display of magic power, was against Voldemort in the Ministry of Magic. And I can't really do any spoilers, so I'd say comparing that to Grindelwald's magic power level was very interesting, especially seeing how they have a close history together and are very highly regarded together. Yeah, that was very good. I think maybe we could learn more about types of magic we have in the world, because sometimes people will say a certain spell and it's like, yeah, it looks amazing and stuff, and looks effective, but why was that spell chosen? Like, if you want to do levitation, is there only a select amount of spells for levitation? Like, can you just make up one? But that's just a little note. Now, after talking about Mr. Grindelwald, let's move on to his nemesis in this film. He wasn't the main protagonist, Mr. Albus Dumbledore. Dumbledore's a character over the years. People have wondered, what are his real intentions? Like, is he good? Is he bad? His decision making at times, telling people things, withholding information, and protecting people. Me personally, is Dumbledore good or bad? I wouldn't really say he's either. I think he's more, not classical, but the super scientist type, just concerned mostly about his work and the progression of his studies. I think Dumbledore showed care for people and for human beings, but I think especially because he helped to create the Philosopher's Stone and done all types of research and stuff, he was more, I think his just innate interest is more in developing magic and preservation of magic, rather than just thinking about individual characters or caring for individual people. Because the decision making at times, you think that it puts people in danger. Could he have said things different? It's just sometimes very annoying. And you see that a little bit in this film. But then again, you always see with Dumbledore that he had a very good reason for doing it. And in this one, you can decide whether the reason is good enough or not. Next up, the No-Majs of the world. Yes. So in Fantastic Beasts, it's interesting to see the No-Majs in the Wizarding world. And I don't, without doing a spoiler, the themes in this film had a lot to do with the war between No-Majs and magic users, and the philosophies of not the two sides, but the philosophies of Grindelwald were very interesting, especially because of how he would describe how he sees no match behavior. If you agree, I think most people would agree with the way he saw no match's behavior and the direction of where no matches are headed. So yeah, that makes for a very interesting film. If you go to watch it, if you're seeing it, what did you think about Grindelwald and the way he saw no matches? Also, next, let's see. Yes, for the next installment, I don't know if there's gonna be a third one. I don't know, whatever. But I am not really a fan of prequels because I don't like going back in the past with films. However, I don't like watching prequels, but when I watch them, they are good. It's just something I have personally against them, just going back. But prequels always prequels they do make good cinematic experiences. Of course they do, the movies. And I'm looking to see whether the next one, are we headed to the future post Harry Potter, or are we going back in the past even further beyond Grindelwald, or we're staying in the same timeline. It will be very, very interesting to see. People that are Harry Potter fans, let me know about the other books, whether it goes to the future, past or present. Yeah, so this film was a great cinematic experience, beautiful, great acting, great plot. You should go and enjoy it. It's worth the cinematic experience, or watching at home.